La Silla Caliente, or the hot seat. This is an amazing activity to engage and invite students to self reflect on their work and to provide feedback for each other. You are going to love it. Basically, you're going to present the instructions to everybody. You're going to say, first, we need a volunteer. Then, we are going to share collectively. We're going to share the volunteer's work sample. This could be an audio, this could be um, an essay. This could be a paragraph of an essay. You don't have to focus on the entire essay. As a matter of fact, I suggest that you only do it by paragraphs if you're providing feedback. And then, so you're going to either look at a sample together or you're going to listen to a sample together. So you're going to look at the work from one of the students. And then you're going to give the students the opportunity to identify points of strengths and points of weaknesses. Now, in order for the students to be successfully able to do this, you should have had some time with the students talking to them about proficiency, performance indicators, and also you should have set clear expectations of what good writing or good or speaking at a level sounds like. So that's the only point I want to make about this. Then, fourth, the teacher will provide uh, feedback at the end to benefit everybody, and that's where you're gonna fill in the gaps. This activity is designed to save you time with grading and providing feedback. It's been a game changer for me. And then lastly, you're going to tell all the students that they have to celebrate the volunteers' work because that person put themselves on the spot and they embrace the feedback. And we go some words that I want to say before I explain to you how this activity is going to go down. You want to teach the students how to frame feedback in a positive way. You want to teach students how to give feedback towards the task, not towards the student, so that it creates a good community and people are eager to want to be on the hot seat in the later times. This is an activity that you can do at the beginning of class, at the end of class. If you did a test the whole class period and then the students went their way the next day, this could be your class opener. You can use it at any time. It doesn't have to be done with assessments. That's the beauty of this particular activity. So first you present the rules. Then let's say that I've chosen my volunteer. My volunteer's name is Monica. Okay, Monica is my volunteer. So I'm going to play Monica's audio and everybody's going to listen to it. This is not only for AP class, although this works wonderfully for AP classes, but this can be done with a level 1, with a level 2. If you are teaching your students what they need to do to be at specific level, like complete sentences or chunks of sentences, and they are combining elements, they understand this kind of stuff. Transition words, they understand this kind of stuff. So students should be able to identify what they're looking for. And if they're not, with your guidance, they will get there. Then you're going to invite the students to come and bring sticky notes. So let's say that we listen to the sample and I think she exceeded by a minute. So she exceeded her time by 1 minute. So let's say that the assessment was time and they only had to talk for 2 minutes, just like in the AP exam. Okay, that could be something that, she needs to do. Or again, we want to frame it. The task exceeded the expected time. That's what I mean by reframing it. So that it's not, the student did something wrong. It's like the task needs this. Okay. And then the same could be said, okay, let's say this person, great introduction, strong introduction. Okay, something else that they can say too, that they would say, many details. It depends. It depends what you want to focus on as a class. And it is up to you to do it in Spanish or in English, depending on the level of your students. But yes, you will invite all your students to this jam to find one thing that the person whose sample was played did well, and one thing in which they need a little bit more growth. And again, very important that you teach your students how to give each other feedback with kindness. And very important to teach them how to give themselves feedback. And after everybody is given all the feedback, you are going to fill in the gaps. You, the teacher, will identify what things were not talked about that that you were going to fill in the gaps. You're going to say whatever wasn't talked about. You sometimes what I do is I said, I noticed one more thing you guys haven't mentioned. Can you guess what it is? And then they start looking at the sample, and then I say, play it again. And if I have time, I'll play it again. um, or sometimes we look at paragraphs. Maybe we're looking at the introductory paragraph of this type of essay, or maybe we're looking at maybe 5 sentences of a descriptive writing, of a descriptive narrative or something like that, and then we can give each other feedback. But again, don't expect your students to give feedback if you haven't trained them to what are the looks for, what are we targeting in this specific writing sample. Okay, and then finally, after all of that is said and done, everybody should have listened to your feedback session. So every student, even though the feedback was directed to one person, every student should have a takeaway, because the areas of growth and the areas of where the students did really well, those apply to most students. And then this way they catch the feedback and they personalize it to them. And the next time they're aware of what they need to do. So I hope this activity description is helpful. And I hope that you use it. And if you use it, always tag me, let me know, write me a message, let me know how it's working. And if you find some challenges, feel free to write to me so that I can give you some pointers on how to make it work. Okay. And just because something may not work the first time, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. You try it again, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be an amazing experience for you and your students, and it's going to cut down your grading time. It's going to put the responsibility on them. Administrators love to see these types of activities, so I'm telling you, this is a winning activity. Take care and have a wonderful week.